One of my first dive students said something very wise one time. There are two kinds of people who scuba dive. People who pee in their wetsuit and those that lie about it. Oh wait, I said that. My student said there are divers and people who know how to scuba dive, henceforth referred to as poser. Below is a comparison of the two. Water temp 54 degrees, air temp 30 degrees, viz 3 foot. Dive anyway equals diver. Are you crazy equals poser. Water temp 80 degrees, air temp 80 degrees, viz 80 foot. Ecstatic to the point of passing out equals diver. Complaining that it was better in Curacao equals poser. Having so much gear you have to move it to an inconspicuous location so spouse does not realize how much you have equals diver. Allowing spouse to tell you that you cannot buy any more gear equals poser. Hot dive bunny in thong bikini wants to be your dive buddy. Thank you God equals diver. Why equals just plain weird. Boss yelling at you at work. Thinking how many sharks it would take to dispose of the body equals diver. Thinking anything else equals poser. Drive 5 minutes and spend the day with the in-laws to make the spouse happy, or drive 5 hours to go diving and spend the next week sleeping on the couch. Pretty obvious. Sex or diving? Sex equals poser. Do both, preferably at the same time equals diver. Sitting on the couch watching TV wearing your latest dive gear, purchased just to get a feel for it. What's wrong with that equals diver. Someone has issues equals poser. Calling all your dive buddies 4 times a day for a week straight, complaining that you think you are bent because you got tangled in your safety sausage and missed your safety stop equals poser. So tired of explaining to your dive buddy that athlete's foot is not a symptom of DCS, no matter what your safety sausage did to you, that you almost wish he was bent because you cannot make phone calls from inside the chamber equals diver. WWJD equals what would Jacques do? Understand equals diver. Blasphemy equals poser. Fran's projectile vomiting. Thanks for chumming in the pretty fish equals diver. They should not have eaten week-old sushi equals poser. Dedicating yourself to the academic side of diving as well as the physical equals diver. Failing an instructor-level open book test 3 times equals poser. Knowing that any piece of gear not directly keeping you alive is expendable, no matter what you paid for it equals diver. Keeping a piece of gear that has tried to kill you 3 times just because you think it's cool equals poser. Your gear has yet to completely dry since you bought it equals diver. What gear equals poser? So angry that you got blown off a wreck one time that you still won't shut up about it 2 years later equals poser. Blown off a wreck 7 times after a 5-hour drive each way, each time to specifically dive that wreck and still happy that you were diving and still trying to get on the wreck someday equals diver. Save a dive kit. Weighs over 50 pounds and probably requires 2 people to carry equals diver. 2 O-rings and a zip tie is all I need equals poser. Can ask anyone, including their own mother, if they have gone down lately with a straight face equals diver. Giggles like a schoolgirl at the thought equals poser. Dive tables. Understands them, uses them, has multiple copies of them equals diver. That's what computers are for equals poser. Understanding everything here equals diver. Wondering what the hell you just read equals poser.